Bob, I just wanted to circle back on something you touched on with Kelly, just for clarification's sake. A couple days ago, Steve said, we've talked to Kelly. He knows he's valued. He knows what the situation is here. And then last night, I think Anthony asked him, have you had any conversations with the Warriors about your future? And he said no. So from the organization's perspective, have you talked to Kelly at all about what he's looking for and if he's looking to start or his representatives going into whatever may happen in the next few months here?
I talked to his agent the other night in person. His dad comes to a lot of games. So I'm not going to bother Kelly about whether you're going to start next year or not in the middle of our season. But he knows. I mean, that's a better conversation for his representation to have when they want to have it. So we had that conversation privately. So he's informed. And like I said, his focus should be on playing basketball and winning games. And yeah, I like what he said last night. He should want to start. That's what you should want. Every player should want to start. I represented a lot of guys. I don't know that anybody, even Iguodala when he was here, I think he probably liked it when Kerr said, hey, I'm going to start you in the finals. I'm sure he probably didn't say, well, I want to stay on the bench. But everybody figures it out as they move. Every team has a different roster. Every team has different personnel. We've had some great rosters where we probably could have had 6 or 7 starters. And that's the part of professionalism. But I have no problem with players wanting to start. Sure, Nico Mannion wants to start every game. That's good, so that's what we look for in players.
Well, so I guess the follow-up there then is, do you think or are you confident that you'll be able to re-sign him if he really wants to start and Clay's coming back?
Who knows, Nick? I don't know. I don't know who's going to start. I don't know who's on the team. I mean, that's a good conversation to have in 4 or 5 months based on how we finish. But the good news is nobody has to answer that now. Shouldn't be answered now. We got a draft to go through. Like I said, we don't know what pick we have. We don't know what happens there. And as you know, as you cover the NBA, things happen so fast now. With your own team, with other teams, there's never been more big moves, small moves, rumors, player movement, good things, difficult things, organizational shifts, pivots, all kinds of stuff. So you really, looking ahead is something we do, but you also have to be nimble enough to make changes. And again, even looking ahead to free agency or the draft, there's so many unknowns, even how we're going to finish this year. But we like him, and he's done a great job. And we'll have those conversations when free agency gets here.
Bob, Kareth Burke, NBC Sports Bay Area. How would you characterize the interest that other teams showed in Kelly Oubre?
High level. He's a good player. And obviously people read what you say and your peers. And so I think a lot of people thought he might be available, but we value him too. And as evidenced by not trading him. I know it was mentioned, which is totally fine. That's the NBA we live in. A lot of players are mentioned, and it's harder probably on them. You can tell a player that to take it as a compliment, but it's not me or you that's name is being mentioned as far as moving cities and jobs. But he handled it very well, and like I said, I think our actions spoke to how we view him.
Hey, Bob, it's Jason Dumas with Cron 4. Is the goal to retain him in free agency this summer and try to keep him in your plans moving forward?
Yeah, look, the first goal is to win the game tonight and then try to do well the rest of the season and then evaluate everything after that. But Kelly's done a great job. He's been kind of rumored since he showed up a little bit are we going to keep him or are we not going to keep him? And he's done a good job of just playing basketball. And those are conversations we'll have. I can't, per the rules, promise anything, but we like Kelly and we'd love to be able to see him in our future plans. But that's 4 or 5, 6 months away, and we'll see what happens with us. And obviously it takes 2. So that decision will be made down the line.
What would kind of go with what would factor into making that decision overall this offseason?
Well, having been an agent on the other side, what most of the factors in is what the player wants, what the team wants. I mean, those two parties have to agree financially, vision-wise, how we finish, how he finishes. This isn't the time for me to sit him down and say, what do you want? Or talk to his agent about what his expectations are. This is a time for Kelly to focus on playing basketball, which, like I said, he's done a very good job of, and do the best he can. And it's a situation like every free agency is where the two sides have to agree on many things. But again, that's a conversation that will take place later.